Picture this, a recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 8th of July, and I'm looking at a PlayStation game. It's a bit of a follow-on from the old SNES games. It's Castlevania. Oh yes, Symphony of the Night. Probably one of the better ones from what I've heard. Never played it, so here we go. It's a first for me. We're going to pop in our file save here. Just get rid of that. It's an old save. Testing all the stuff out earlier, but no, I haven't actually launched the game. So we'll start afresh, brand new. We'll go with that, no data. File select, yes, see, at least you know what you're doing now, because you're following me along at home. So we will call this file retro. Here we are. All done. Now we should be able to just get straight into the game. Backstory. Okay, cool. I believe this follows on from Castlevania 5 on the PlayStation. Oh, not PlayStation. See, it's too hot. It's Saturday. I don't normally review on Saturday, but this game I really wanted to play. So, bringing it to you now. So let's have a look at the... I'm guessing this is like an intro here. Very cool. Very creepy. Ooh. Why do vampires always live in creepy castles? They never live in bungalows, do they? Or apartments. It's always castles. Bit of a strange one, that. Never mind. But I guess that's the castle from the Vania. That makes sense. I mean, it's a, it's a bit of a fixer-upper, isn't it? Here we go. Are we going to get straight into the game here, or is there going to be a bit more story? Ooh, final stage. Okay. That's neat. So it's just like literally playing the SNES version of the, I think it's Castlevania 5. So controls are basically the same. We'll go through the stuff in a few minutes. I've got to grips with it. But most Castlevania games play the same, pretty much. Which is something that is always a good thing, because Castlevania is like an old friend. You sort of know what to expect, but they change their appearances every now and again.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
Oh, great.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Duh.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
What is a man? He had to ask. Right. So, I guess we're going to have to fight the dude now. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Cool. All right. Now, I guess he's got a vulnerable spot. I'm guessing it's his head, because that's where most bosses seem to have a weak spot. Not in his genital area, which you would think would probably be just as supple as his head, but no. No, it's not. I love the boomerang. The boomerang is my favourite weapon on the game from the very start. It's just cool. You'd think the holy water would be alright, wouldn't you? But it's not great. So I'm going to have a quick look at the UI from this perspective. So top left, 34 is how many boomerangs I can throw. Underneath that is the weapon that you've currently got equipped. To the left of that is my health bar. on the right hand side you can see good old Alucard's health bar as well. Now you can whip the fireballs if you've got the timing right, but he's going down really slowly. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen or not, but we'll keep going. Look at him throwing his balls of fire at us. So you think he is Jerry Lee Lewis? Anyway, it's good so far. Quite enjoying this. Right. Hello to all new subscribers, by the way. It's great to have you guys along. And hello to all my existing subscribers. You guys are awesome. I hope you're all staying nice and cool in this heat wave we're having. It's absolutely mental. Oh my god. Hello. That's a face only a mother could love. Yeah, okay, so he's turned into this big giant vampire bat type jumpy thing. Yay! Well, I suppose I'm taking his health down a little bit, but it's still... Oh. Oh, what's this? Oh, someone's giving me powers. Great. Oh, it's like Brave Star. Strength of the bear! So we got... Yes. It's just... Yeah. I'm all powered up now. I should be able to take this guy down quicker than my trousers in the morning. That made no sense. But don't worry. Don't worry. The heat plays strange. Well, he screamed like a bitch. There we go. So... I guess we're on to the main bit of the game now. I don't... That didn't feel PlayStation-y to me. Well, we shall see, I guess. Oh, here we go. There's a bit of story again. Which I can't skip, by the way. So if you're going to play this, just remember that you can't skip this bit. You've got to let it all filter through your screen. Now, I'd probably suggest you go and make a drink at this point if you're not interested in the story. If you're interested in the story, read it here, and then you don't have to do it again, and you can just go off and, I don't know, roll a cigarette, do whatever you need to do, and come back in time for it to start the game, I guess. It's a shame there's no sort of FMV sequence here, but I sort of understand that with the disc size limitations, and I guess they didn't want to go with a 2-disc game either, so yeah, here we go. I'm going to play as much as I can today. As it's a Saturday review, I've got a bit more time on my hands. So if you don't mind a longer review, I'm going to just maybe pop along for a few more minutes than I normally do, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm sort of in review mode, but I'm also in a very good frame of mind just to have a good play of the game. So it'll be like a mix between a sort of first impressions and a review at the same time. So I'll go through the usual criteria: graphics, sound, music, controls, playability, replay factor, age range, type of game, and how many players. And then you can go about your day. Yes, indeed. It's just turned 3 o'clock actually, and it's absolutely boiling hot. So I've got the fans on in the studio, which is nice, but it's like recycled warm air, which doesn't do you any favours really. But there we are. Never mind. So, oh, hello also to patrons. It's nice to have you along as well on the usual channels. Remember, you will have some exclusive content coming your way very shortly. I was actually contemplating doing this as your monthly, but I thought, nah, I'll get you guys something else. But I digress. So we're now going into the game. Woo! I'm looking forward to this. I did play as a vampire this time round. I think, if I remember rightly. I mean, I've seen reviews and stuff of the game in magazines, but a long time ago, because PlayStation, well, it's retro, folks. This looks cool. So I'm guessing that's who we're playing as. Right, so let's have a look at the graphics first of all. Again, nothing's really changed in the UI. You've got your hit points, you've got your hearts, and you've got your health bar. Pretty standard stuff. Love this look, actually. That werewolf was amazing. That was another one. Oh, there were only one-hit kills as well. I'm quite surprised about that. But I suppose, at the end of the day, it's easing you into the game, isn't it? Gives you the easy guys in the first few levels. And I still get hit by the ghouls. I mean, but I'm absolutely loving this. The actual mood of the game is really nice. Graphically, this is superb. The PlayStation did a really good job with 2D, but it also did a really good with the sort of pseudo 3D games like Tekken and all that as well, which was really nice. But yes, playing as the vampire is quite nice. Oh, you can level up. So, cool. Okay, so you've got a leveling up system. That's great. So I'm guessing every time you kill something, you get XP as well, which for you uninitiated is experience points for things that you kill. If you play D&D, you'll know exactly what that is. If you don't play D&D, why aren't you playing D&D? Just, you need to. It's good fun. Get a few mates around a table and just go full on orc. It's great. Anyway, the feel of the game really does capture Castlevania, and that's important, because if it didn't, well, they shouldn't call it Castlevania. But hey, there we go. Was it called Castlevania in all territories, just out of interest? Oh, hello. Oh, it's Death. Hi, Death. Right.
Alucard,
I don't know what he's doing here.
what is your business here?
Oh, I'm not sure about the voice acting, guys. I'm not sold on it. It's weird. When I found that with Legacy of Kain as well, that the voiceovers in that were a bit dodgy. But I suppose it's translated as well. I'm guessing the original's Japanese, so I would think that this is, yeah, it's kind of voice. But I wish they could do a better job. Oh, he stripped me of all my stuff. You utter barstool. Right. Oh, so now I can just punch. Great. Okay, so let's have a look at the sound. Or let's have a listen to the sound. Atmospheric, to say the least. I like it. I like it a lot. There's not... If you've been following my Castlevania reviews, you'll figure out pretty soon that I actually really like these games. There's not much I can really badmouth about them. They are pretty good fun, easy to pick up and play, which opens it up to a bigger audience, I think, which is always good. These skeleton dudes walking backwards and forwards. Why do they do that, do you think? It's like, oh, I'll just walk up backwards and fool you. Mwah! Right, so there's no whip in this one, so I'm guessing... Oh, he's dropped something. Oh, a short sword. Ah, cool, right. Oh, that's nice. So we can have a sword in either hand if we find another sword, I'm guessing. It's got like an equipment setup by the look of it. That's quite nice. I like that. So you can sort of gear up, I think. Can't get through that door. Okay, so I'm guessing you've got to find bits and pieces that will open doors as well. So it's a sort of a puzzle game at the same time, which is that's pretty good. Opens the door a little bit more and gives it a bit more variety, I think, which is always a nice thing. The controls are very tight. I love it. They are so responsive, but not too responsive that you'll like overshoot something or jump when you don't want to or anything like that. It's actually done really, really well. So hats off to Konami for this one. It's very good. And this is a save point. Yay! I didn't know what that was, to be quite honest. Right. We'll continue our adventure. Am I playing as Alucard now? Oh, I don't know. I think Dracula, isn't it? The main vampire. There's a lovely spinny box over here. We'll go and grab that. Cube of Zoe. Well, I shall be sure to pass that back to her if I meet Zoe. Okay, yes. Anyway, let's have a look at the controls. Now, you've got a varied set of controls here. You've got your up, down, which ducks left and right. Then you've got your attack button for your left hand, attack button for your right hand. Yes, there's two buttons that have been assigned to your each hand, which is, I think, is really, really good actually. Then you've got jump, and then you've got like this sort of standoff backwards like thing, which I did earlier on. I say backwards thing, I'm just trying to think, like a retreat almost, like you can get out of trouble quickly type thing, which I think is a really nice system. Oh, we can move those spikes. What's that over there? Can I get that? Oh, I've got a hide curious, which I should be able to equip in the chest piece. There we go. So we knock that over. Ah, looks like you can equip quite a few things as well, which is quite nice. Shows you your strength and all that stuff as well. If you're familiar with D&D, all that makes complete sense to you. Strength, constitution, intelligence and all that jazz, which is great. And that works really well. I like that. I like the fact you can gear up. I think that's really quite nice. You don't get that in many 2Ds, do you? I think there's a few adventure games out there on the PlayStation that you can get gear for. I think, did the Final Fantasy series have gear ups on them? I think quite possibly they did. Which is always a nice thing because it adds a lot more variety. And obviously if you get something nice drop, it's always nice to go and cleave some enemies' heads off just to test it out. Is it not? Now these red skeletons do come back to life. So they come back to life, they sort of reanimate, and that's probably a better way of putting it. And these green knights don't they don't like going into melee range with you, do they? He's very standoffish. But we'll see if we can go and get him anyway. I think you can probably destroy the weapon. There you go. Yeah, I thought you could. Ouch. Okay, that hurt. But yeah, you can swipe the weapons he's throwing and destroy them. That was a bad time to stand up. But however, it did give a good chance to show you the animation of when you get hit. You sort of flip through the air. Brilliant. Oh, I've gained another level. Yes, excellent. The level design's nice as well, I've got to say. It's oh, I've got some money. The level design's nice. It's not too taxing. It eases you in. It doesn't sort of lull you into a false sense of security, then drop you into a spiky pit. It's very, very nicely designed, but then you'd expect that from a Castlevania game anyway. I don't think I've played a bad Castlevania. Actually, no, I tell a lie. Castlevania 2, probably the weakest of the ones, which was on the NES version. So I will have a look at that at some point. I can't promise you when, because, well, yeah, that. But oh, that guy spinning round and round, dropping acid all over the place. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, it's either acid or he's taking a wee. Can't quite decide which yet. That's a weird looking thing. I can't seem to kill it either. Maybe you can't kill those. I don't know. But the varied mobs are nice. You get a nice design on each one. They're all quite separate, which is always a nice thing to have. Sometimes when you play a game like this and you get all the mobs and they're exactly the same, it gets a bit sort of samey and boring. But this keeps it fresh, which is a great addition. I like it a lot. So there we are. These big green knights don't half stand out. Not quite sure. Oh, we can push that box along. I wonder why you can do that. Maybe you've got to permanently put it... I don't know. I'll have a look in later if I have time. But we're going to climb up here and see what we can see. The vampire went up the mountain to see what he could see. The other side of the mountain was all that he could see. Yes, so I like the fact that you're playing as a vampire this time round. It actually gives it a nice little twist to the tale. I'm a bit too far away to twat him, aren't I? So let's get in there. Let's strap a war head to my head and nut the smegger into oblivion. Oh no! Oh, just copped an axe right up the backside. That's never good. Vampire or not, that's gonna hurt. So there we are. Yeah, didn't turn round in time. My fault completely. Anyway, yeah, it's nice that the bad guys have a variety of hit points to deal with as well. It's not just a one-hit kill. Obviously, we had those in the wolves in the first bit, but these guys take a little bit more, which is good. It gives it a little bit of a challenge rating, which is very, very nice. It's nice. So, oh, here's those guys again. I'm going to whack him around the head a few times. It makes no difference. You can't do wall jumps, apparently. That's what I'm trying to do here. No, you can't. Right, so maybe if I just drop off the edge here, maybe? I'm going to hit him again, just because I can. Here we go, right down the bottom. Right, okay, so I can get up the other side, so we'll go up there as well. So, playability-wise, this is great. If you're a fan of the series, you're going to lap this up. And even if you've never played a Castlevania game in your life, where have you been, by the way, then this is a good one to pick up and play. It's very easy to get to grips with, and it's bloody good fun. And I think that's a real selling point. If a game's not fun, then the developers obviously did something incredibly wrong. By the way, I mentioned the other day in my review about bringing back the Dungeon of Drax, which would basically throw the worst games in history into its vaults, never to be heard of again. Just give me some feedback on that, because I think that could be quite a fun feature. I might include that as a bonus bit of footage or something like that, or we just go full on review and chuck it away at the end of that review. So this the door just closed, so I'm guessing we're up for a boss fight now. Replay factor, well, you're just going to be playing this again and again. It's brilliant. It's a lot of good fun, and I think you'll enjoy it. There we go. Oh, wow, you can have a lot of relics. Cool. So there's obviously quite a lot to collect and use. Again, that's really nice. So, ha 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 ha. So we've got everything we can at the moment. I don't want to use the two-handed sword. I don't know. The short sword seems to do a pretty good job. So let's see if we can take down these guys. Right. So you hit Beaky, and then Batty comes down and picks him up. I mean, that's really nice, friends, isn't it? Oh, you've been hit. Let me come and pick you up. So I'm guessing you've got to destroy both of these things. They're really cool, actually. For bosses, they're quite big. I like that. And there's no slowdown either. PlayStation actually manages this very, very, very nicely, which is great to see. So, yeah. Age range, I'm going to say probably 10 and above. Just because, well, because of its gothic tones and vampiric and all that horror stuff. But, you know, as a parent, it's your call. I would suggest 10 plus, but it doesn't have to be. If you feel that your child is mature enough to deal with it, then you go ahead and let them play it. It's, you know, it's only mild gore, really, and you know, it's all fantasy monsters. You're not killing actual people. So yeah, it's your call, mums and dads. You can let them play Castlevania Symphony of the Night if you so wish. So there you are. You have options. It's nice, isn't it? I like options. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up platformer type affair, and fits very well into the Castlevania mythology. And I think if you've enjoyed the other Castlevania games, you are going to lap this up. Oh, am I dead? Oh, I think I might be dead. Oh, poo. Do I get any other lives? No, it's game over in all one word. Pretty sure game over is 2 words, but hey. Okay, I'm going to beat these bosses, guys. I can't leave the review with an unbeaten boss. That's just, no, not going to happen. So let's reload where we were, see if it puts us right at the boss again. Let's load from this file here, which should be fine. Let's go for it. Right now I know what I'm doing, at least. Then it should be a little bit simpler. I like the fact that it takes you straight to your last save point, and there's no sort of takes you back several screens. You know, we know the boss room is at the top of this little tower. That's nice. I don't have a weapon either, actually. I've got my short sword, but I haven't got any offhand stuff like an axe to chuck into them, or well, anything. I've got nothing. I haven't even got my boomerang. It got taken away from me, which is not nice. But just take a moment to have a look at this. The design of the stage that we're fighting in, the design of the bosses are really nice as well. I really quite like that a lot. If this is what you can expect from the first boss fight, then the rest has just got to be better, bigger, more dangerous. I love that spin as you get hit, by the way. Very, very nice animation, I've got to say. So yeah, you've got so many options here. I suppose I could also add that it's a bit of D&D added in, because you can up your stats, gear up your character, that sort of thing. I'd like to see, actually, if you've got a different sword, would it look different on the screen when you're using it? Maybe some of you can answer that if you've played this and completed it or whatever. Maybe you can tell me if when you get different armor and different weapons, does it show on your character? Because that would be nice. It'd be pretty cool to see them in different stuff, wouldn't it? But yeah, if you know the answer, drop it in the comments, folks. This is too hot for me, actually, but never mind. Oh, we've leveled up again and just killed the Birdman. So we've killed Beaky, now we need to kill Batman and get on with it. But I'm probably going to call it a day after this boss fight, just purely for the fact that it's very warm. But I think I've shown you enough of the game to whet your appetites and for you to go out and get yourself a copy. Hopefully it's not too pricey. If you've got emulation, you can find it somewhere on the internet. I'm not telling you where, because that would be naughty. There we are. So, oh, he's having a right time with these fireballs, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, I've killed him. Woohoo! And I leveled up at the same time. Did I kill him? Yes. There he goes. Explodes into a ball of fire, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. So my life has gone up to maximum, and we continue on. I like that. I like the fact there's no loading. It just carries on straight into the next sort of part of the level, or whichever part of the castle we're on. There you go. There's a new enemy to deal with. He takes a bit of thrashing, doesn't he? But I like the fact there's blood in it. Yes, no sort of Nintendo hand-holding here. Which is weird, because Castlevania was a Nintendo game. Strange. Anyway, I don't know what these switches do. We can travel down the elevators and up and down and all that stuff, so we can... But there doesn't seem to be anything to get off and see and do. Just a basic elevator. Taking us to the bottom floor. And to explore... Oh, there's another switch. Great. So we don't know what the top switch did. Ooh. I got some sunglasses. Oh yeah. So now we can now we can go out in style. Fantastic. But yeah, I love it. Strongly suggest, if you like Castlevania or you like side-scrolling platformers, to have a go at this. It's great. Anyway, folks, that is about it from me. I'm going to leave you with a little bit more footage. Please feel free to watch to the end. But that's basically all I need to say about it. I hope you pick it up, and if you do pick it up, or you've already got it, let me know in the comments what you think of the game. How far have you got? Have you finished the game? You know, give me all the details. I like juicy details in my comments section. But until then, my friends, I'll be back with a brand new review early next week, and I hope you've enjoyed this one. Bit longer than normal, but you know what? A game like this deserves time. It deserves recognition. And, well, yeah. And if you don't like Castlevania, tell me why you don't like Castlevania, and then I'll have to come around and beat you up, because obviously there's no reason why you shouldn't like Castlevania. Only joking, by the way, because it's expensive to get to America. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll catch you next time, folks. I hope you stay cool in this heat wave we're having, especially in the UK. Staying safe from, you know, the otherworldly stuff that's going on at the moment. And I hope my reviews are making you smile, because if I make at least one person smile, then my job is done. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, my friends, you keep it retro, and as per normal, bye for now.